Bangladesh is burning. Streets are on fire. Radicals are running riots. A Hindu man lynched and burnt alive. Indian missions are on target. And the anti-India hate is playing out in Dhaka with state patronage. Mohammad Yunus has effectively given a free run to extremists. And Hindus are clearly in the crosshairs. But here's the real alarm bell. Even as Bangladesh descends into chaos, some opposition leaders in India are once again openly romanticizing Nepal-like or Bangladesh-style unrest at home. Even during the debate on the newly passed G-Ramji bill, a top opposition voice warned of streets and bullets. Is this politics or a dangerous fantasy of anarchy?
लोग मजबूरन रास्ते पे आएंगे, सड़क पे आएंगे, गोलियां भी खाएंगे, लेकिन इस कानून को सपोर्ट कभी नहीं करेंगे।
अगर यही हालात रहे तो यहाँ का भी नौजवान ऐसे ही क्रांति करेगा जैसे बांग्लादेश और नेपाल में हुआ है।
Let's open this up. Let's go across to our guest, Professor Jyotsna Trinagri, National Spokesperson of the TDP, and Faizan Kidwai, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, are joining us on the broadcast. Shubhrashta, Manojit Mondal and Ravi Srivastav continue to be with us. Let me go across to Faizan Kidwai. Faizan Kidwai, what is this urge of the opposition to always talk about a Nepal-like protest, a Sri Lanka-like protest, a Bangladesh-like protest, जो उधर हुआ वो यहाँ भी होगा, क्यों होगा? The BJP says this is nothing but playing with fire. This is fear-mongering. You're provoking people.
Good evening to you. Good evening. First of all, nobody is provoking anybody. See, our protests, our call for protests are not to create an unrest in the country. It's a very constitutional demand against this anti-poor capitalist regime, which is violating Article 21 and Article 14 also by this new bill. And it's a legitimate demand. This is a socialist resistance which has come from the ideology of Jayaprakash Narayan, from Ram Manohar Lohia. This is against the corrupt oppressor regime which has come from the ideology of Godse. And you see, Swati, the thing is, how pathetic these Godsewadis are. Just imagine, they have created an unconstitutional bill with an acronym linking it to Lord Ram to exploit religious sentiments and escape accountability. This is an insult to Lord Ram also. There's a philosopher, a Roman philosopher, who once wrote that religion is regarded by common people as true, by the oppressors as a tool to benefit electorally. So this is exactly what Bharatiya Janata Party is doing. But we Samajwadis, this is our duty. See, a lot of downtrodden people will get affected. The PDO community will lose work because, as per Section 5, subsection 1 of this new bill, it says that now Centre doesn't only have the right to give a budget, but also has the right to tell which rural areas this scheme will be implemented. There'll be a lot of people. There'll be favoritism will be done. And the new Jumla which the government gives, that they'll give 125 days of work. Hardly 100 दिन तो आप दे नहीं पाए अब तक के. 22,000 crores is pending towards the previous spending bills, and you haven't cleared it that. So it's a constitutional duty. This is a constitutional right. This is a
absolutely. You know, my question was completely different though. Okay, you chose to raise the Manrega issue. Then let me ask you, courts है ना, parliament है ना, वहां पर ये मुद्दा उठा सकते हैं ना, कोर्ट्स में जा करके आप चैलेंज कर सकते हैं ना. जो करंट ऑपरेसर्स जिनकी आप बात कर रहे हैं, they are winning elections, they're getting the mandate of people. Why will there be a Bangladesh-like situation in India? Protest is not a new thing in this country. Farmers भी protest पर बैठे थे, शाहीन बाग में भी protest हुआ है. But we as a mature democracy knew how to handle the situation. Why should there be a Bangladesh-like situation in India? Why?
Nobody is saying. Did we say?
सावधान हो जाइए. सावधान हो जाइए. बांग्लादेश जैसा हो सकता है, जेनजी जैसा प्रोटेस्ट हो सकता है, टुवर्ड्स द एंड वेरी कन्वीनियंटली हो सकता है, इज एडेड.
होने को तो बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. सी, समाजवादी पार्टी, आई विल ओनली बी आंसरेबल टू व्हाट माय नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट सेज. नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट क्या बोले? नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट ने ये बोला कि ये जो है जातिवादी पार्टी, विभाजनकारी पार्टी है, ये इंसान को इंसान से बांट रही है, गरीब को तोड़ना चाहती है. इनके हजारों करोड़ अपने रिच इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट का जो माफ कर सकते हैं,
ये केवल ये जातिवाद करते हैं. जो पीडीए की बात करते हैं वो जातिवाद नहीं कर रहे हैं. जो यादवों के वोट बैंक की बात करते हैं वो जातिवाद नहीं कर रहे हैं. खैर, if the national president has made a statement that everybody in the party should stick to that, then why are netas crossing the line. And they are not being reprimanded. They are not being pulled up by the party high command. Let me bring in Professor Jyotsna Trinagri. Professor Trinagri, बहुत अत्याचार हो रहा है. You are denying people their rights. And any moment, there could be a situation like that. हो सकता है. Let me just say what the opposition said exactly. हो सकता है. फैसला आप सड़क पर होगा. मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे से लोग उतरेंगे सड़क पे, बुलेट्स भी खाने के लिए तैयार है.
This is that, Swati, I'm sorry to say, but this is the sad state of affairs in this country, and especially, driven by the opposition for their, it's their fantasy for violence. I don't really understand why this fantasy for violence all the time. And Swati, I'll have to quote one thing here. Back in Andhra Pradesh, we had a party. I mean, we still have it, but they're not in power now. They are not even in opposition now. YSRCP. They also have this fantasy for violence. कभी भी कहीं भी कुछ भी हो जाए, कोई मर गया या कुछ हो जाए, that's what they always wanting for. And I see the same pattern in Congress again in the country. I don't know what's wrong with them. मान लो अगर आप और मैं होते ना, हम क्या बोलते, मान लो अगर if something is happening in Bangladesh and Nepal, we try and maintain that is not even heard in our country, at least not heard in our country. हम तो वो maintain करना चाहते हैं ताकि violence की बात यहाँ सुनाई न दे. ऐसा जो mob lynching हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, which is absolutely undemocratic and basically it's not social, it's anti-social.
Right.
ऐसा सब चीजें जब होती है, we feel our country should not even be exposed to such kind of news.
Okay.
I personally feel that because my younger generation should never see all this nonsense happening across the world. My country should be the best. That's what I feel.
Absolutely.
Opposition parties, especially Congress, I should say, they have this fantasy for violence all the time.
What is this fantasy? What is this fantasy of violence?
आपने क्या देखा? बंगाल में वही देखा, या फिर कहीं और राष्ट्रों में वही देखा.
Ravi Srivastava, in Bangladesh also the July uprising that started was against corruption, it was against Bhrashtachar, they wanted a regime change, they wanted significant positive developments for the country. But look what is happening today. Hindus are being lynched there. जो लोग कह रहे हैं कि हो सकता है, do they understand the repercussion? अगर हो गया, तो it will not be limited to a particular issue.
Swati, first of all, Gen Z is absolutely frustrated. And if the democracy is butchered in the country, this is the duty and the responsibility of the opposition to come on the street. This is not unusual. This opposition is meant for that. The public has elected them for that.
No,
I am not supporting any kind of violence.
To be inside the parliament also, sir. Opposition सड़क पर उतर सकता है. जंतर मंतर में आपने बहुत बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट किया था. कोई नहीं रोकेगा आपको, रोक भी नहीं रहा है. Opposition को पार्लियामेंट में भी तो होना है ना पहले.
But Swati, one thing let me tell you, we have already seen a trailer in Ladakh a few months before. You have seen it already. The Gen Z is frustrated and they are tired of this corruption and this butchering of the democracy in this country. And definitely, if somebody says that this can happen, definitely this can happen. Opposition says it.
The Gen Z is also very conveniently, very calmly doing what they are doing, chasing their dreams, building careers and trying to achieve goals in life. आपको केवल frustration क्यों दिखाई देता है? And let's say frustration दिखाई देता है, कुछ गलत नहीं है. Gen Z frustrated है. There are multiple channels available in this country जिससे वो अपना frustration register कर सकते हैं. सबसे बड़ा हथियार है वोट ही मत दो वोट अगर आपको लगता है कि ऐसी पार्टी हमको नहीं चाहिए. शुभ राष्ट्र.
Yeah, I think this entire conversation about Gen Z being frustrated is a lazy argument masquerading as a sociological insight. I mean, come on, if the Gen Z was really frustrated, we saw what has happened in the recent state elections. Apparently, the Gen Z was really charged about SIR, about the routine constitutionally mandated exercise, and they wanted to throw away the entire system. And, there was supposed to be an emergence of a new Gen Z leader and all that jazz. What happened to that? Swati, the problem is that this kind of analysis where we invoke Nepal-like, Bangladesh-like protests as a warning in India or adverse of prophecy, this is not a political argument. This is about staging a rhetoric which is emotionally charged, geopolitically careless, and politically revealing of the opposition's complete conceptual exhaustion. let us not forget that Nepal and Bangladesh are extremely different geographies, and the politics of that region is absolutely different. Bangladesh's turbulence is rooted in over-centralization, weak civilian military boundaries, constrained opposition ecosystem. And by the way, Bangladesh is a Muslim country. Why do we forget that? It was created out of India because Bangladesh did not want the kind of secularism that we adopt.
Absolutely.
Nepal's politics has been shaped by unresolved constitutional transitions. Have we seen any bloody transfer of power in India? No. We are a mature democracy.
Yes.
Now, I really don't understand that this kind of rhetoric, what do they want to prove?
Okay.
I think the danger of this kind of politics is the outcomes.
And everybody suffers. And everybody suffers. You don't know who that mob is going to target. Let me bring in Professor Monojit Mondal. Professor Monojit Mondal, when the Kolkata gang rape case happened, and there were protests that took place, people hit the streets, they were on dharna, demanding action from the government. Then why were appeals made to maintain peace, to maintain harmony? Why was assurance given that government is doing its job, you maintain peace, you maintain harmony? Now imagine somebody provoking people at that point of time and telling them this frustration can lead to a Gen Z like protest. Imagine. Is that how we imagine our country and our states to be run?
I think there are very innumerable provocations, both from the left and from the BJP, all kinds of fake news, like the one that you have spread on television right now, or 150 grams ka cement busted on your channel with Mr. Pranesh 1.5 years ago in August with that famous doctor. But you people given them the platform. And you also enjoyed that. But look at the response from Mamata Banerjee. She herself went to the protesters. When the doctors were protesting, she went to them. That's the way you need to neutralize this kind of movement. No force, not a minimum force was even applied. The police commissioner had to be shunted out. That's the kind of action that Mamata Banerjee took. But when this farm law protest happened, how many people were killed? In the borders of Delhi, 100+ people were killed because of the brutal kill. Any heads roll?
Would you also like to enlighten everyone about what Mamata Banerjee said about the Park Street statement?
That you are peddlers of fake news.
Okay, peddlers of fake news. Did the Kolkata gang rape case not happen?
What statement?
Are crimes not happening in the state of West Bengal? All it takes is one small incident and one spark. One small incident and one spark. When it comes to the state, when it comes to the state government, you appeal for peace, to maintain calm, to maintain harmony, so that the government, no, 1 second, and then you wish when it comes to center that there could be a Gen Z like protest which happened in Nepal, there can be a Bangladesh like protest. That's not fair. That's not fair, Mr. Mondal. All it takes is one small incident, and then nobody will take responsibility. Nobody will take responsibility when that unfolds. Professor Tirunagari, before I wrap up.
It's very, I think irresponsible statements by the opposition, I should say. Very, very, very irresponsible statements. You never pass such kind of statements. Even one of the panelists said, "Abhi jab democracy pura crumbling ho raha hai, to kya hoga? Yahi hoga, yahi hoga." Sir, what is happening in the country? Now people are coming and voting outside. They have voted. All the Gen Z have voted now. You have to understand that. Gen Z has their own set of problems and we are addressing them also.
Right.
So you have to at least, agar aisa kuch hai, so you can form a dialogue and talk about it. But ऐसा नहीं, आप ये बोल रहे हो कि आ जाओ सड़कों पे आ जाओ, मार लो एक दूसरे को या फिर मार दो किसी और को. This is completely irresponsible statement by the politicians.
All right, irresponsible statements. The current dispensation, the Bharatiya Janata Party says this is being said to provoke people. The opposition says we're just warning the government to take note of what is happening in the neighborhood. Shubh Rashtra, Professor Tirunagari, and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us.